At the current state of Chelsea right now, you can understand how some of the fans can be upset with the results, but really, and we're going to talk about in this video, we have to be patient as fans. And yes, I understand our attacking's been atrocious, our midfield's been atrocious, our defense has been atrocious, and also our goalkeeping has been atrocious. And you're thinking, how can we give more time to this club? The thing that I don't think people are realizing is that we are going in the right direction. We are not getting those results that we want. Yes, we did just lose to Manchester United, who again are arguably struggling in the Premier League, yet are 3 points off Manchester City, which I think a lot of people are forgetting that Manchester City, yes, are not playing very well, but they are still winning matches, which is what really matters when it comes down to how your team is doing. Yes, you can play poorly, but if you keep winning matches, obviously something is working in the system itself. Now, granted, there's probably other things going on with Manchester City or Manchester United, but this video is about Chelsea and what we're expecting from them and what we can expect them moving forward. Now, granted, we do have the window coming up again, and there is going to be talks about us bringing in a forward, which arguably would make sense for us to do that. But when you're looking at what we are trying to do, we are trying to build for the next couple of seasons, which is why we have all these younger players, which is why we're also in the position that we are in right now, in the middle of the table. You have to expect some of these results, which is a loss, or again, not getting the win that we want to get throughout this entire season with these younger players, because A, they don't have the winning mentality. They really haven't won anything. Granted, Enzo Fernandez has won a World Cup, but if you look at the rest of the squad, Thiago Silva and Reece James and Conor Gallagher are the only other players that have actually won anything really substantial in the Premier League itself, and therefore, again, these are players that have to start winning something. So looking at the League Cup, looking at the FA Cup, these are matches that are actually going to be really important for this club, which I know a lot of fans will say it's the Mickey Mouse Cup, it's the FA Cup. Yes, there is some prestige to it, but still it's not the Premier League trophy. But still, if we can really focus on both of these and keep winning those and make it to the final and actually lift multiple trophies this season, it will be a huge improvement with this club. Because if you look at last year with Graham Potter, with Frank Lampard, who again came in after the end of the season was pretty much done, there was nothing that I saw or what most fans saw in any direction that we were going. All the players were completely lost. We threw different players on. The boys gave it their best each and every week, and therefore, again, it was just heartbreaking to watch. I understand Pochettino came out and said that this past week against Manchester United, but really there was nothing else he could say. We played poorly. Straight as it is, they played poorly. Yes, you could have maybe said that to the media, but then you get ripped apart by everyone. So by saying that, he's trying to cover his players for the most part. But really, what we need to talk about, though, is that this is still a process that we are building, because we are seeing results in our defense. We're seeing results in our midfield, in our attacking third. We're doing things that are linking up play, playing very well. It's just that final 5% in each of those categories we are struggling with. We can't keep those clean sheets right now, but that comes down to not having a back four that's prominent throughout the entire time. We keep rotating because of injuries, because of suspensions, and possibly, again, I could be in the known here, but maybe Thiago Silva goes to the bench. I understand he is probably one of our best defenders, but if we are looking at possibly moving forward with this club, Thiago Silva is not going to be here for multiple more years. He may be here next year, but I highly doubt it. And this might be the time that we actually start looking at this and realize that Battlefield, Disasi, Fofana when he's fully fit, and maybe another CB when they come in, or Colwell, I guess I could say, are going to be our starting CBs. Thiago Silva goes to the side, helps kind of coach these players, helps be one of those players on the sideline to make sure that they keep playing the way that they do, because if we can get this younger core four in our back line really suited well with Sanchez, this is something that could really lead to us having a dominant defense. On top of that, our midfield, we need to keep working with them. Granted, I understand there are issues with who we want to play, but we do have multiple injuries in our midfield. If you look at our injuries, it's almost our entire midfield, minus Gallagher, Caicedo, and Enzil. The fact that those are our only three players right now that we can throw in our midfield, it makes it very difficult because A, there's no pressure, and B, we cannot rotate, and therefore, again, they're getting fatigued. So therefore, it's very difficult for them to play week in and week out, especially with midweek games as well. And therefore, again, I think that was part of the issue that we saw in this Manchester United match. We just had a game this weekend. We had a game the other day, and now we have a game this week against Everton. These players need rest, and they're not getting the rest, especially in the midfield, because of how much they run. And therefore, again, I think that's part of the problem that some people are not realizing. with these injuries, we're trying to adapt our midfield, and it's not been able to do that. And there again, if we get more players back fully fit, we can start rotating players and actually seeing us start improving, because there will be that competition, not in the midfield as well, but in the attacking third. Because right now, really, there's only Nicholas Jackson and Broja as our number 9s. We need another guy to come in, but I understand the market is not very well for a striker right now. If we want to get one, it's going to be very expensive, but still, if we can bring someone in that again can help us go in the right direction by having someone score goals. But really, as a Chelsea fan, I understand the results are not great, but you still have to look at what we've been accomplishing this season. You could say there's no focus on what we're doing tactic-wise, but I disagree. I think tactic-wise, we actually look very good, and how we want to play. We have been adapting with Pochettino, especially in different games. We just haven't got the wins, but really, like I said, I'm still looking forward to us playing each weekend. Yes, it is a bit of a roller coaster each and every game, but still, this club, give it time, will start turning back up and start getting to their winning ways. And when that happens, people are going to be surprised, but really you shouldn't be, because it's all right there in front of us. It's just those last couple of things we are not connecting. Once those things connect, Chelsea are going to be a dominant team once again. So that's what I have today in this video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you have not. You can get more content like this, and I will see you in our next video.